What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Rob Durant podcast. Fellas, what's going on, man?
Not much chilling. Excited for another season. Another week, I mean, think another season.
It feels like another season.
The baseball season's over.
Yeah, not much. It's been an uneventful week, I would say, right? Like
Yeah.
nothing,
I
nothing much
guess
is going on in the world. Like nothing. Daylight savings, right? That's about
Yeah.
it.
daylight save. Yo, they should get rid of it. I'm a proponent of that.
Why do we have? Who decided this? Was it God?
I doubt
No.
it.
No. I think it had to do something with the farming system here in the Americas. That's why they implemented daylight savings. Because I
Wow.
don't, yeah, I know down south they don't really go by that much because of different time zones. Like DR, they don't apply by daylight savings and none of that.
If I'm not
Right,
mistaken,
right.
too, there are two states, I believe Alaska being one, that does not do daylight savings. They just kind of whatever time it is forever.
Alaskans are rebels
Yeah.
because they're far from the equator and they still like, man, messed. Forget that. That ain't us. We got 6 months of summer, 6 months of winter. I don't nobody going through what we going
Yeah, it's yeah. I always wanted to visit, but like living out there is a different lifestyle in general.
It's a different
It's not for the
mentality.
weak, basically. Yeah, it's not for the weak.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to find some plátanos over there. I would assume.
Sure.
I would assume, yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about that, but
But you
like,
could probably find some banging salmon though. Some good salmon. I don't know. I don't know a lot of Alaskans.
Might be worth a visit. Never know.
Yeah. So this
yeah,
has turned into the history and the geography podcast.
they should put a team out there, not for nothing.
Yeah. But we that's a conversation for another day. We could dive deep into that for
Yeah,
sure.
I do want to point out Hasio wearing a New York Jets shirt.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I know Cesar convinced me to go all in on the Jets again. So mhm.
Mm.
Eh.
we'll see how it goes this week or next week.
On that note, anything that stood out from week 9 before we jump into our picks for week 10?
Saquon Barkley's a beast.
Oh,
Saquon
that
Barkley's a beast. Yeah,
wow. That was a highlight. And then that Garrett Wilson catch too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That on
That one
a,
hand
that
catch.
was a great highlight. So I have a couple questions for y'all. Which one was the highlight of the week?
I think
Damn.
Saquon for me, because that's more like I've really never ever seen anybody do that before. I've
Yeah.
seen one-handed catches before, a
Mm,
really good one, but what Saquon did, I've never seen. Most people, from what I was listening and watching, have never seen something like that.
yeah.
So I
Yeah,
think that
because
was like he broke like three tackles on that one play.
you've also seen dudes jump over dudes, but to do it after a spin move backwards, that that's
Bro.
crazy.
Yeah, that was super cartoonish. Like
That's crazy.
that was like Madden like he had eyes behind his head type thing.
Yeah, that's a
And
cheat
to
code.
and to know that even if you get hit, you'll be all right after doing like your back is turned to every single defender that you haven't already like crossed up. And my
Yeah.
man still did it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
weird. Like the,
crazy.
the NFL channel had the Garrett Wilson catch as number one. That's why I asked you. Which was an amazing catch. I guess maybe since it was a touchdown.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Maybe they gave it extra points because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was kind of like game script. It was more important in a way because the Philly was running away with the game anyways. Saquon
Yeah.
was like, "Let me show off real quick."
Would you rank Garrett Wilson's catch over OBJ's?
Mm,
I don't know
mm.
what it is about OBJ's catch that makes it so ridiculously iconic for me. I don't know. It's hard because it's like it's weird
Definitely.
because on
Mhm.
paper you would say Garrett because it was a touchdown, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's something about that OBJ catch that's just
He kind of started the trend, I think,
yeah.
of
He
one-handed
did.
catches. I'll give it to Garrett Cole because the Jets ended up winning that game. The Giants did not win that game against the Cowboys. People
Well, you
forget.
you gave Garrett Cole a reason to smile because I mean it's not even just lost the World Series.
Oh, wait, wait, wrong person. Garrett, the wide receiver,
Yeah,
whatever.
Garrett was I know I'm just
My bad. Oh man, you're the PTSD, man. I'm telling you.
It's all right. I'm the same way. Every so often, I go on a rant by myself about the Yankees.
I'm glad he opted back to sign with us or whatever.
Yeah, that we got to talk about maybe some off-season baseball one of these episodes. Not this
Mm.
one. I'm not ready for that yet.
Too soon. Too soon. Yeah, no, but yeah, that's a tough one, Roberto. I guess I'll pick Odell. I'll pick Odell's catch slightly, just barely.
Yeah, when I first saw Garrett Wilson, I was like, "Oh, that's the best catch I've ever seen."
Mm,
Just like initial reaction because
yeah,
of the touchdown, all that stuff, like the body control he had to have to stay in bounds and all this stuff. It was
yeah, and the shin. You're right.
crazy.
You're right. There's so much more that he had to do to get that.
Yeah, but OBJ's, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like Hasiel said, like the blueprint basically.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like seeing Jordan's free throw line dunk
Yeah,
compared to seeing Zach Levine's free throw line dunk. Maybe
Mm.
Zach's was better, but there's something kind of mystical about Jordan's
yeah,
free throw line dunk. I don't know what it is. I guess it was since it was the first time, but to answer my first question, I would probably pick Saquon's run for the play of the week because that's something I've never seen in my life.
and you probably never see it again unless he does it again,
I was about to say unless he does it.
which is
Like,
crazy.
what was
Oh,
he thinking?
Yo,
he probably wasn't. It was just all instinct, bro.
Yeah, I think that was just instance.
That's wild.
That was crazy. That was like a three punch combo. That was
Yeah.
impressive.
Too
Other
bad.
than that, though, other than those amazing plays, Jaden Daniels keeps impressing me. Um, the Buccaneers, they fought hard against the Chiefs. They took it to overtime. People are still complaining about them overtime rules, but
Hmm.
that's another story. But Chiefs they just keep finding a way to win. And the Steelers look scary. There was a few offseason moves. I mean, offseason trade deadline moves.
Hmm.
Yes.
What do you guys think about those most recent moves, and who do you who do you think had made the better moves before the trade deadline?
I think the
Hmm.
two that come to mind are the Steelers getting Mike Williams from the Jets and
Mm,
adding someone across from Pickens. I think that's huge because Pickens
yeah,
is that
yeah.
dude, but now you're adding a big body receiver on the other side. And Zadarius Smith going to Detroit.
Yes.
That's a huge pickup for them, especially if at some point they do get Hutchinson back. I mean, I don't know. They're talking like if they get to the Super Bowl, he might be available. That
Yeah.
remains to be seen. But that's a big pickup for them, missing, Hutchinson production. Not that Smith will make up for it 100%, but it definitely helps an already very good defense, maybe for that playoff push.
I agree, Roberto. That would have probably have been both the teams I would have chosen. Speaking of something that stood out for me, the Lions really put it on my Packers this past weekend. It was tough. That was a tough game for me to watch, but uh, yeah, man, the Lions are for real. That team
Yeah.
for real. They just got better with Sedarius. So, but I would have probably also the Steelers also getting Preston Smith from my Packers
Yeah.
was a huge move. That dude is one of the most beloved players in Green Bay. It turns out that it seems like he was asking for it, kind of asking for a bigger role. He wasn't really too happy with the role he was getting at Green Bay, so he requested a trade, and the team gave him what he wanted. So, but yeah, the Steelers look scary.
Yeah, they also got Mike Williams, I think, from the Jets, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roberto just he just mentioned that. Um, so that's big for them adding another piece. It looks like they're going for the Super Bowl, which is leads me to the next question. Um, well, before we get to the Super Bowl, who is yeah, like we're already more than half. Um, this is week 9, so I guess we're halfway through the season. If the season was to end today, who would be your MVP?
Man, that's a tough one.
There's a lot of
I
dudes
want
up
to
there.
say, yeah, I want to say Patrick Mahomes, but I also want to say Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Um, Trying to think,
If I
and then maybe Saquon Barkley even.
Mm, okay.
For
Those are like
me,
my.
I think it's a fight between Jared Goff,
Mm,
who was playing lights out, man.
yeah.
I thought
And
of him too.
and for some reason I still feel like he's not getting the respect he deserves. I
Yeah.
don't I just the dude is just continuously playing lights out year after year.
I think it's because his team is so good.
Maybe, but like damn,
He's getting
man.
that Brock Purdy treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And he shouldn't. Not
No.
that no shades of Brock Purdy or anything like that, but Golf is putting up numbers like crazy. He's not just game managing at any point. He's putting up numbers.
He's not throwing incompletions.
Yeah, that's
He hasn't thrown an incompletion like in 5 weeks. I'm exaggerating, of course, but
it
it
feels
feels
that way.
every time I'm looking, I'm like he's 13 for 13. I'm like, yo, like damn, man.
Yeah, I might lean Jared Goff, man.
Okay.
This is a good pick.
I'm not mad at it at all. He's definitely the hottest quarterback right now.
Yeah.
Uh Man, this is a tough one. I know it was me that asked it, but um, I would probably lean towards maybe Josh Allen, since he's been kind of consistent since week 1. Jared Goff, I feel like it took him like to week 3 for him to really
Yeah.
go on this hot streak. So it's one of those things. So I'll probably lean towards Allen, but I'm not mad at Jared Goff at all. And Lamar Jackson would be my third pick. The only reason why I don't have Lamar right now as the MVP is because I don't even think that they're in the top spot in their division. I mean,
Nah, I think they're a game behind the Steelers.
yeah, they're like half a game behind the Steelers. So if they were in first place, I would actually have Lamar as number 1.
Yeah, I think tonight we'll find out. They're playing Cincinnati.
Right. So this is a
Yeah,
definitely a big game.
because I think he's number 2 in passing yards. He's like 2,800 yards or something like that. Something crazy.
Yes.
and
Yeah. Numbers
and
wise, Lamar has the best one.
Yeah.
yeah, he's like crazy efficient, and it's
Hasn't.
like quiet because like you don't really expect the big games because of running game, but
Mhm.
they've been killing with those efficient passes, man. It's just impressive to see. That's why I had kind of like Lamar, uh, more so than Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes are undefeated, and he's kind
Mhm.
of guided them to that point. And then I instead of Barkley, I probably would have put Jared Goff too, because they're also what 7-1. Um, and that Lion team is killing right now. They're the best team in the NFC, I think, right now.
I I agree. Speaking of which, do you guys have the same teams y'all picked before the season started in the Super Bowl?
I might change out my NFC pick. I think I had the Eagles. I'll probably put the Lions.
Okay.
And I'll keep the Chiefs there still.
Mm.
Yeah, I had Jets and Philly. Cesar convinced me to go all in with the Jets, but unbiased, I'm gonna switch it up and say Steelers versus Lions.
Mm.
Oh, that'll be a tough Super Bowl too.
That'd be a freaking bloodbath type of Super. That would be like that's a football fans type of game for the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Jets coming out the AFC for I mean, I'm not gonna go completely like say like I'm going like that's it. I'm aborting mission type thing. But like unbiased aside, from what I've seen, if the season started today, I would be like, all right, in the AFC, the Chiefs, I just feel like they're gonna figure it out. I mean, they've been figuring it out to this
Yeah.
point, and I don't see any other like I see the Steelers though, out of all the AFC teams, I would say they have the best shot at bumping them, in my opinion, because their defense is freaking elite, and it got even better with Preston. How are you gonna block these dudes? Like that's what I want to see. So that team is scary, well coached, and Russell Wilson playing like it's 2014. So we'll see where they land. But in the NFC, I had my Packers. The Packers just got their ass bust by the Lions, so that's the team that I feel the team to beat in the NFC. The most complete team in the NFC,
Yeah.
the Lions.
Yeah. The Lions are scary, dude.
They are, and kudos to a lot of. I saw a lot of people picking them to get to the Super Bowl before the season started. So kudos to them.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is one of those years too, because the AFC is very top heavy, it looks like, as far as like the teams. Because like
Hmm.
even like, we're talking about the Jets, and they still have a shot to get into that last seed in the playoffs. I wonder if we're gonna see like a wild card team make a run on either side this season in the postseason. It'll be interesting to kind of keep track of that.
Yeah.
I haven't given up.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
mean,
Packers and the Jets are gonna go for a run. We'll see.
you never know, man. It's that kind of season for some teams
Yeah.
where
But
they get hot, get into the playoffs hot,
Hmm.
kind of
it's
like
been
the
int-
Giants did
it's
years
been
ago.
interesting because there's been a lot of injuries and then there's been a lot of trades and moves. Like teams that are trying to go all in this season
Yeah,
are acquiring players that fill the gaps and holes that they need on their team. And we haven't really seen that a lot in a lot of years when it comes to the NFL. They hold on to a lot of draft picks and stuff like that. But now seeing them make moves is kind of dope. It gives us excitement. Like the Devontae trade to the Jets is
hmm,
exciting. The Steelers, I'm sure they're excited to get those new players. The Lions getting the defensive end, like it's a lot of good moves
the
happening. The
Chief,
Chiefs,
the Chiefs getting Hopkins was
yeah,
look big for.
Yeah, that's
that's what
huge.
is gonna make it even scarier for the Chiefs now because they have a more reliable offensive player, and Mahomes knows how to move that thing, man. So they're gonna
Yeah,
figure it
Big,
out.
big red zone target too for him.
Yeah, and
He's
then
Pacheco,
it opens it up for Kelsey too.
yep.
I think
So
Pacheco should be back at some point. So
yeah, and
Uh,
not even they don't even really need him. Hunt's killing too. It's
yeah,
crazy.
Kareem Hunt thinks it's 2015. I don't.
So imagine if they do add Pacheco. Oh my goodness, that 1-2 punch is gonna be sick.
this is gonna be an exciting end,
Yeah,
and even and into the playoffs, we're in for a treat.
yeah. I'm excited. It's looking good. Feel bad for a lot of the losing teams. There's a lot of 2-6, 2-7 teams out there. Those
Where do you
those,
where
those games are
where
tough to watch.
where do y'all have Jaden Daniels in the MVP discussion?
I think he should be up there too. Good question, because I didn't even consider him. Yeah, he's at least top five also, because he's brought back that team from like nothing. Commanders haven't been anywhere in a while, and they're leading their division. They're most likely gonna win the division, depending how the end goes, because the Eagles could catch up. But
They're 7-2 right now.
yeah, but I think he's deserving. He's also like Lamar, very efficient. He's like Lamar Jackson 2.0 is scary. So it's dope to see I think if they all finish out like in the trajectory that they're on, I think he'll probably win it also. Or be second place to Lamar probably.
Okay.
Definitely rookie of the year though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
for sure.
So yeah. All right, we're gonna do our picks of the
Yeah, let's
week.
jump into week 10, man.
Do it.
First game on the books. What we got? Is it tonight's game? Thursday night football, Cincy versus Baltimore.
The Ravens, man.
That's a goodie.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good game. I could definitely see the Bengals beating the Ravens, but I'm gonna pick the Ravens. Um, gotta go with my team. Hopefully biased. Bengals are kind of hot right now though, but the Ravens are hot too, so we'll see how it goes.
Would you consider this a must win for Cincinnati?
Yeah, they want to make the playoffs. They definitely need to win the game against the Ravens. Have a tiebreaker type situation.
Yeah, I think it's a I wouldn't say a must win, but it's a definitely much needed. Much needed for them. It'll definitely put them in way better position to make playoffs. And for that reason, I feel like Cincinnati's gonna come in and they're gonna get this victory. Last time these two teams met, it was like a bomb burner. They went to, I think they almost went to overtime or something like that. I don't remember how it ended, but it was a great, great game, and the Bengals barely, they barely lost that game. I feel like they're still salty about it, and they'll find a way to pull this one off on a Thursday night. Catch Baltimore slipping on a Thursday.
I'm gonna. This is gonna be a really good game, I think. I'm gonna go Ravens winning this one. I can't see a scenario where they lose the game, but
Okay.
like Hasiel said, I can see a scenario where Cincy wins the game. But I'm gonna go Ravens in this, in a close one too, like a 21-17-ish type of score.
Oh, okay.
I could see it going plus 30s for some reason.
Wow.
Like I could see Lamar throwing or going for 5 TDs, and I could see Joe Burrow going for 5 TDs in
I
this
hope
game.
so. Hope
Yeah,
so.
that would be dope.
I hope so, man. Shit, my
So
fantasy team would love that.
yeah, and then to win the game though, it'll be the kicker, Ravens kicker
Mm.
for game.
I got Evan McPherson winning the game with a kick.
Oh no.
51 yarder.
Man, I'm excited though. Can't wait. I'm gonna try to go watch that game outside.
Nice. Nice.
What's next? Raven, well, not the Raven, sorry. 49ers and Bucks.
Oof,
Oof.
this is a tough one.
That's a tough one.
I could go first on this one. McCaffrey is back,
Ah,
baby.
damn. I was about to
Christian
ask.
McCaffrey is back, and for that reason, I have
Oof.
the 49ers pulling this one off.
Dang.
Um, I know it hurts, Hasio. You want Tampa Bay to win that division, but I don't think it's happening. Uh, San Francisco is gonna pull this one off. Brock Purdy's they're coming off a bye week, so Kyle Shanahan is gonna he's gonna draw up some nice plays.
Yeah.
I see George Kittle, he's been having quietly a very, very great year in tight end, blocking and receiving. Uh, Listen, shout out to Baker, he's doing great, but he's still missing his top two weapons, man. And, this San Francisco defense is really, really good. So I feel like Baker's gonna have to be special, very special, for them to win this game. And for that reason, I got San Fran winning by 10. Got them winning like 24, 27-17. Got something like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't.
for those reasons, exactly. I'm going San Francisco as well. Except I'm going San Francisco going 42-17 in this one.
Ooh, blowout.
Yeah, I just like Cesar said, they're coming McCaffrey coming back, Kittle doing his thing. This team is just gonna come out hot and ready to go in this game, and they're just gonna have their foot on the gas the whole way through.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you guys. I would like to see the Buccaneers trying to win this game, but I don't think they have enough firepower
Yeah.
to beat that San Francisco 49er defense. And with McCaffrey coming back, much less of a chance.
And even
So
if McCaffrey's on a like a pitch count, so to speak, they still have more than enough to
yeah, the
to
backup's
win
like leading the
games.
league in rushing almost. So
that.
yeah, got 49ers.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Steelers and Washington.
Mm,
Mm,
I like this game a lot.
might be game of the week.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Commanders.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Commanders. If Jaden Daniels want to make his MVP, you know, stand, then this is the game to come on and
Mm,
show you what you got. So if you could beat that Steelers defense, more power to you, and you're gonna gain a lot of respect out there in the NFL. So I'm gonna go Commanders
okay.
to
Nice.
just squeeze by and beat the Steelers. I think it's gonna be a close game.
I don't know what it is about this week, but I like the road teams this week. I'm gonna go with the Steelers, man. The Steelers. I just mentioned it before. I feel like this team, they probably have the best shot in the AFC to knock off the Chiefs. They added more pieces to this defense. I think they added Marshawn Lattimore,
Yeah.
so that's another weapon on defense to add to that secondary. And they also added Preston Smith.
Wait, no. Didn't the Commanders get Lattimore
I'm not
from
sure.
the
Yes.
Saints?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'm confusing the
Yeah.
team.
My bad.
Well,
My bad.
whatever. Well, maybe the Steelers added somebody. I don't know. But point is, this defense is super legit. They did add Preston Smith. So that
Yeah.
Washington O line, we'll see how they adjust to that pressure. But yeah, I just have the Steelers edging this one out. It's gonna be a close game. I feel like experience will win this game. So
Yeah. I feel like if the Commanders could keep the ball from TJ Watt, keep away from his side, you'll be all right. Because he gonna wreck
Yeah.
shop if they let him.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go Steelers in this one. I agree with Hassan. I think it's gonna be a close one. I could see it even going into overtime. Excuse me,
Mm.
going into overtime and ending on like a I don't know, maybe a Mike Williams end zone catch.
oh,
New weapon for Russell Wilson over there. But it's this is gonna be a really good game. Like Cesar said, might be the game of the week.
Yeah.
yeah.
They both got like things to prove, both teams.
Yeah.
Steelers got to like show that they're for real. It's a quality opponent. Same thing with the Commanders.
I would like to see Jaden Daniels ball out. I really like him as a QB. So this could be even in a loss, this could be a statement game from him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of saying like, "Yo, I'm here, like I'm for real."
Yeah. If the Steelers get to him early though, like TJ Watt, you start sacking him early or pressuring
Yeah.
him early, then I'll probably like flip my pick for your time. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Commanders. Hopefully they come out with the W.
Yeah. Last game on this on the books, Lions versus Texans.
So I'm going
Mm.
Lions. That's an easy one for me.
Yeah, the Lions for me are starting to get that Kansas City treatment.
Yeah.
Where it's like I find it very hard to pick against them right now. So I'm gonna go Lions here as well. In a convincing fashion.
Wow.
Texans
Yeah.
look shaky recently. Who you got,
Wow.
Cesar?
This is tougher than it looks, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans defense is a lot better than people may know. I mean, but they did underperform last week against the Jets. This is tough because I don't know what version of CJ Stroud we're gonna see. He
Mm-hmm.
does get Nico Collins back, so that should be interesting to see what kind of impact that happened. That because that's his best weapon. So
Yeah. And Diggs is out for the season now.
yeah, yeah, but he didn't have Diggs last year and they did okay. So
True.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go with the upset. Texas.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna say Nico's gonna late late reception touchdown by Nico Collins to seal it. I would say, let's see, the score. I don't know, maybe 27-24.
That's not bad.
I like it.
Yeah.
This week,
This,
I feel like I'm either gonna go 4-0 or 0-4,
yeah,
bro.
it's a good
Same
week.
here. Same here. I picked three road teams, so we'll see.
Yeah, this is a good lineup this week. We've had a
Yeah.
couple shaky ones in the last few weeks, but this week is coming on strong.
Yeah. And even then, those games turned out to be pretty good, actually.
They did.
So I'm hoping it continues. It's been a good NFL season so far.
Yeah,
It's been very exciting.
I agree.
Yeah.
The script writers knew what they were doing this year. Let's hope they continue that.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure we're gonna have a great ending to this
Yeah,
novella.
man. What else we got NFL wise?
Dak Prescott's out like 4 weeks. So
Yeah.
Cowboys
The
probably,
Cowboys are a mess.
yeah.
Jerry Jones needs to do is step back, hire a president of football operations that's not related to him, and let football minds be football minds for that franchise, man. Same thing with the Jets. It's the same. I have the same sentiments with the Jets. I think
Mm,
Woody Johnson, Chris Johnson, whoever Johnson is going to be in charge now that Trump got elected. I think that they need a president of football operations in there as well.
mm.
That's really, I think, the only way these two franchises kind of get it together.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know what they need. I'm gonna leave it to God. I'll
They
let God
need
handle that.
Jesus. They need Jesus.
It's funny, right? Because they have a squad, so it's like, what else do you need? Oh man. Yeah.
Surprisingly, though, I feel like the Cowboys are in a worse position than the Jets, which sounds blasphemous saying it out loud, considering what the Jets have been through in the last my whole lifetime. So
Yeah, that is true.
Surprised with Miami. Miami's been pretty bad. Besides Tua getting injured, they haven't really
yeah,
done anything this year.
they've been very underwhelming. It's been kind of flying under the radar too, in a sense, maybe because Tua was hurt and the focus was really on that. But it's been like under the radar bad. Like nobody's really talking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's another team that was a little shocker for me. But again, Tua did get injured, and
I feel like it
um,
kind of knocked them off the wheel, like off the wagon after that.
Yeah, but they have a good running game.
They do.
me
Their
too.
receiving core.
So like no one can plug they can't plug anybody in there to move the ball. Like that's what it was kind of frustrating, like to see them just flutter out like that.
I mean, quarterbacks don't grow on trees, as they say.
You
Yeah,
can
I mean,
Unless
call
you're a
Colin
Packers fan.
call Colin Kaepernick or something.
unless you're a part of the Packers organization,
Right.
that's the only way. They don't mess with quarterbacks.
They do not.
That's crazy. It's a great franchise.
Yeah, but Jordan Love though, he gotta stop being a little bit too much like Brett Favre in his earlier years and be more like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think what screwed him over that last game was it a fumble or interception that he threw? He was trying to throw, I think, to Josh Jacobs. It was a
So
pick
I
six, I think,
so
right?
yeah, so the Packers have this bad habit of doing dumb plays at the worst time. So they the half was almost over. It was less than a minute left. He
Mm.
tried to like throw a short pass in the middle of the field while he was getting pressured, but then Detroit picked it off. He saw there was a defender he didn't see. He picked it off and he returned it for six. So instead of going down in halftime only down by a touchdown, they went down by a two touchdowns, and then Detroit
Had the ball.
had the
Yeah.
ball to start the second half and they scored again. So, the opposite of the Chiefs, basically. That's what they are.
Yeah, pretty much. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
don't win
crazy.
games like that. Yeah, it's that little situations like that can lose you an entire game.
It's a game changer.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Mhm.
definitely.
Sheesh. Bueno, looking forward to an exciting week 10 starting tonight, Thursday night football.
Yeah,
We'll see
man.
what the rest of the week has in store for us. Like Cesar said, it's been an uneventful week this week. So we'll see
Nothing
what
else
we
going on in the world.
Oh man.
we'll see where we land next week on next week's
Yeah.
episode.
If we're all here, yes.
Yeah.
On
Have a
that
good one.
note, thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Make sure
Peace.
to like, share, subscribe.